is Henry Brown. Horn struck him out in the second inning.
Howard did not get a good jump over there at first base.
And the pitch to the plate, swing and a miss, strike one.
Came back with the slider down and away. Had been throwing primarily fastballs.
One strike to count to Brown, and the pitch. Swing, and they either missed it or foul tipped it. It was into the turf. Strike two.
And that was that slider again. When he threw the no-hitter, that was the pitch that was really working for him. That was his go-to.
So 2 strikes the count. Throw to first, runner back. He threw well over 100 pitches in that game, didn't he, John? That no-hitter?
Yeah, I believe the final count was 115.
Yep, something like that. Horn with the pitch. I think he went. No, They say he did not go. Check to swing. 1-2. Horn almost had a bite there.
I thought so. That was that same pitch down and away. I bet you they come back again.
Throw to first, runner back. Drew's thrown about as many to first as he has to the plate in this inning. Ready for a 1-2 pitch. And again, a throw to first. There's not as much wear and tear on your arm when you throw to first because you're not trying to locate with a certain pitch, but still, it's all.
It's a throw.
It's a throw. You're right. Pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Brown down on strikes. That's out number 2, and the 5th strikeout for Drew Horn. And with 2 outs, the batter is Westbrook. He was called out on strikes in the second inning. So 2 outs in the inning after a leadoff single by Howard, who is still over at first base.
He's up almost to 90 pitches now, and we're just in the 4th inning.
Swing and a miss, strike one. This batter's seen limited action. It's only his 11th start of the season. Swing and a foul back. Count goes to 0-2 on Westbrook. Horn tosses that baseball out.
Well, if he can get Westbrook, I wouldn't be surprised to come back, see him come back out for the 5th inning, but on a short leash.
2 strikes the count. And the pitch. High, ball 1. Raiders got 2 runs in the 3rd and 4 in the 4th to lead 6-1. Ball 2 is high, 2-2. Western's only run came in the second inning.
And that was an unearned run. Except for an ill-advised throw, we probably got a shutout working here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fly ball left field.
Keaton
Ray's got the range, makes the catch for out number 3. That is all. A leadoff single, nothing else. Couple of strikeouts in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning. Middle Tennessee 6, Western Kentucky 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We move to the 5th inning. The Raiders batted around in the 4th, so Matt Wolf, who led off the 4th inning with a ground out, will lead off here in the 5th inning. John, this series has been extremely close. It can't get much closer. This is the 151st meeting in baseball, and the series is dead even, 75-75.
Our numbers or their numbers?
That's our numbers.
Okay, those are the ones I trust.
Took it right out of our media guide. Matt Wolf struck out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th.
Because their numbers don't always agree with ours.
No, they don't this time. Left-hander Lyles, who finished the 4th inning, remains in the game. First pitch to Wolf is high for ball 1.
Seen some good ball games in this ballpark over the years.
And some that were not so good.
There's some very forgettable ones, yes.
Pitch is high, ball 2.
The last baseball game I ever covered for the newspaper was right here in this ballpark.
There's a strike. 2-1 to Matt Wolf.
That was this Sun Belt, it would have been the Sun Belt, right? 2006?
Yep.
And we were playing South Alabama in the final, and
pitch is high, ball 3.
P.J. Walters beat the Raiders, and David Freese, who was later a Cardinal hero, they were the 2 stars of the game for South Al that day.
Swing and a foul, 3-2. Wolf leading off the 5th. What the Raiders need to do now, John, is add on.
Oh, gosh, yes.
You don't ever have enough runs.
Never.
Saw that last night. Pitch is inside, ball 4, and he walked him.
How about if we were to add 5 or 6?
There's the 2nd walk allowed by Lyles since coming in. And Brett Rogers will be the batter. He has struck out and flied out 0 for 2.
Wasn't somebody on our way up this morning suggesting that 7-inning ball game would be just fine and dandy?
There's a bunt. That's going to be a foul ball.
That ball was foul. It stayed up in the air too long.
Yep. 1 strike to count. I guess the Raiders are thinking like we are. They want to add on, trying to move that runner down in scoring position.
That's right. Stay out of the double play.
Once again and again, it's foul and out of play. That went back over the press box. So it's 0-2.
Brett getting under that baseball on those two bunt attempts. Would he bunt with 2 strikes? No. No.
And the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2.
You know, I've seen it done, but it was usually in the National League when pitchers still hit. And it was usually pitchers.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside and high, ball 2.
Yeah. Came in and a couple of strikes. Now
So
he's missed away twice.
2-2 to Rogers. Wolf the lead at first. Swung on and popped up into shallow left field. Third baseman back. Left fielder comes on, calls everybody off. And it will be Vasquez making the catch for out number 1. And the batter will be Hayden Miller. He's the one who started that 4th inning rally with a 2-out single. He and 3 of his teammates later came in to score. Throw to first. Wolf is back.
Nothing doing in the Raider bullpen at the moment. So that would lead me to believe that they're going to send Horn back out for the 5th.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Miller. There's a ball hit in the air to left center field. Everybody on a long run. That one is gone. Now you can see it bouncing on the other side of the fence out by the flagpole. And for Hayden Miller, that is home run number 8 on the season. And he scores Matt Wolf in front of him, and the Raiders lead 8-1.
Adding on, you know, I was just about to mention that wind has really stopped blowing.
I was thinking exactly the same thing, John. Because on that fly ball to left field, I was thinking, well, we needed the wind to push that one foul.
Yep.
There's a bunt attempt popped up and caught by the third baseman. That was Clapp. So that'll be a foul pop-up for out number 2. That home run was the first hit given up by the relief pitcher, Lyles.
Got bad news from Murfreesboro, Dick. Lady Raiders and Jacksonville State on campus softball. Jacksonville State has jumped out and top 5-0. They're in the bottom of the 2nd.
Aston Snyder takes the pitch low for ball 1. Raiders leading here 8-1 in the 5th inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. The pitch. Well, I started to say he took it high, but it's called a strike. 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up foul. First baseman's over. He's got a play on it. He'll make grab and foul ground, and that's going to do it for the 5th inning. So Snyder fouls out, but in the inning, 2 runs on 1 hit, the 2-run homer by Hayden Miller, and nobody left. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Middle Tennessee 8, Western Kentucky 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Drew Horn is out there with that pitch count inching up toward the 100 mark. He'll have the top of the batting order with Ciervo to lead off the fifth. Ciervo, Vasquez, and Weidman. 8-1, Raiders leading.
Yeah, pitch count at 91 as we go to the fifth inning.
Pitch is a ball. Like a pretty good pitch from up here, but ball one is the count.
Ollie Aiken back in the Raider bullpen.
Swinging a foul.
Throwing.
Worked him inside, and he was out in front of it a little bit, fouled it off to the left. 1-1.
Keaton Ray throws that ball into the bullpen.
Ciervo has been hit by a pitch and has walked, so this hasn't had an official at bat yet, and he's hit by a pitch again. This time that one got him in the back. So Horn with his second hit batter, and both of them have been Ciervo.
Fifth inning, and the leadoff batter in all 5 innings is reached.
Here's Vasquez, who has twice flied to right field.
Been able to pitch around it in the first, third, and fourth.
Horn with the pitch. Inside, ball one. Vasquez hitting .371 coming into this game. This Western team hitting over 300 as a team, .316. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Backhand. Wolf goes to second. Out there. Throw to first. Out there. That's a double play. That goes 6-4-3. Wolf to Clapp and over to Miller at first for the twin killing.
Now that's the way to pitch around a leadoff single.
Raiders' second double play of the series. And here is Weidman, the center fielder, with 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch is inside, ball one. It's double play number 28 for the Raiders this season. Drew Horn goes for a little rosin.
You feel like that heat just turned back on?
It did. Swing off his hands, picked up by Miller. He'll win the race to the bag, and that's going to be all in the fifth. So despite the hit batsman to lead off the inning, it's a fairly quick inning. No runs, no hits, nobody to left. And we are through 5 innings here. It's Middle Tennessee 8, Western Kentucky 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the sixth inning. Raiders leading 8-1. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
From Bowling Green, Dick Palmer, John Callow with you on a Friday afternoon.
It is a
Did
Friday.
I get that right? It seems like Saturday, doesn't it?
It does. It seemed like Saturday all day, but it is not. And what a delightful day. Wind is a little bit of an issue, but other than that, it's a terrific day. Temperatures right around the low 80s. Sun off and on.
Car goes down to second.
And
Clay Badalack will lead it off here.
Look at the flag out there. It is just limp right now after just about.
Badalack has 2 hits and 3 trips and has scored 2 runs, double and a single.
They've got lots of flags on the outfield wall or just behind the outfield wall, and
Badalack has also driven in a pair. Pitch is high
small.
for ball 1.
They're smaller they're more like pennants. And they're still showing some activity, but not like they were earlier.
Pitch is a strike called, 1-1.
I think that pitch fooled him a little bit.
Zach Lyles is working in his 3rd inning. There's a ball popped down the left field line. Left fielder with a long run. That's going to be out of play. Count will be 1-2. And the pitch, high, ball 2. 2-2. Badalack, Bondolan, and Tyler Minnick scheduled to hit here in the 6th. Ball hit right back over the mound. Shortstop picks it up and throws to first. That's a good play by Howard, the shortstop.
Well, they were shifted. Had the shortstop playing more or less up the middle, so easy play for him.
So 1 out in the 6th. The batter is Brett Bondolan, who has doubled, been safe on an error, and doubled again. 2 doubles in the ball game. And the pitch to the plate, swing and a miss, strike 1. Threw it in on his hands.
A little breaking ball.
And the pitch. Same spot and the same result, strike 2.
Yeah, same pitch.
Two strikes the count to Bondolan.
That looks like a slider to me, the way that worked.
Try it in there again, but missed too far inside, 1-2.
Bondolan doesn't see a lot of fastballs anymore, does he? I think the league has discovered that he can hit a fastball. There's a fastball.
Strike 3 call, fooled him. That is out number 2. First strikeout for Lyles.
I think that surprised him to actually see a fastball in that at-bat.
Here's Tyler Minnick, who had that 12th pitch at bat last time before finally drawing a walk. Pitch is swung on, fouled. Strike one. He was the first batter that Lyles faced when he came in. One strike to count. That pitch is way outside for ball one, 1-1. What were you saying about the wind, John?
It's picking back up. Oh, well.
1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball is called a strike. 1-2.
Wondering whether the first base umpire called it a strike. I think it was going to be a strike anyway.
Ball hit in the air, shallow right field. First baseman drifting back, and the wind keeps that one on the infield. So that'll be a pop out to the first baseman for out number 3. That's all in the 6th, 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Middle Tennessee 8, Western Kentucky 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the 6th inning. Drew Horn's day is over. He is lifted after 5 innings, and what did you say, 98 pitches?
Yes, sir.
He leaves with an 8-1 lead, and the pitching duties will be taken over by Ollie Aikens.
Ollie Aikens making his 13th appearance, all in relief. He has thrown 21 innings, given up 22 runs, 19 earned on 26 hits, 16 walks, 22 strikeouts. He's got an 8.14 ERA, a 2-2 record with 1 save. Give you some final numbers on Drew Horn. He goes 5 innings, 1 run. It was unearned on 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He also hit a couple of batters. Well, he hit 1 batter twice.
Yes.
Is a better way of putting that.
First baseman Kyle Hayes will lead off the 6th inning against Aikens. Tyler Minnick's throw goes down to second. And we're ready to go.
Leading off for the Hilltoppers, first baseman number 30, Kyle Hayes.
8-1, Raiders leading. Hayes has grounded out and singled, 1 out of 2. And of course against the starter Drew Horn. First pitch and first strike, 0-1.
Threw him an off-speed pitch.
Aikens with the pitch. Misses outside, 1-1. Ollie pitches from the stretch, as do most relief pitchers these days. And some starters.
Yep. Well, it simplifies what you have to worry about with mechanics. You only have to worry about the mechanics of 1 delivery.
And the pitch. Strike 2 called, 1-2. Ollie's from the lovely southeastern Tennessee community of Sweetwater, Tennessee. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Hayes leads off the sixth with a single to center. That is hit number 5 for the Hilltoppers today. And the batter will be Marcella. Marcella has singled and flied out. He has scored their only run. That came in the second inning. It was an unearned run. Scoring as the result of a throwing error. So a runner at first here in the 6th inning. It's the plate, popped up. That's going to be out of play, foul, strike 1. Short lead at first, and the pitch hit in the air into right field. Very shallow. Clapped the second baseman back, and he will take it in shallow, moving over. The wind blew it over almost into center field.
Well, that wind is kicked back up, but it's also changing directions. We've been watching it blow straight in from right field all day, and all of a sudden it's shifted around. It's blowing in from left now.
So 1 out, runner at first. The batter is Reed Howard, the shortstop. Akins with the pitch. Strike called outside corner, 0-1. Throw to first, runner back. Raiders leading 8-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one's hit foul off to the right. That's going to go out on the end of the highway and byway. And it is 0-2. Thought that lad on the motorcycle might have a shot at it.
I was watching him.
2 strikes the count. Akins comes set and again throws over to first. Count 0-2 to Howard. And another ball skied in foul ground. Rogers over, and that's to watch it go over into the picnic area. Count holds at 2 strikes.
Doing a vigorous business down at the concession stand in the picnic area.
Ground ball to third. Badalek has it over to second. Out. Throw to first. Safe. That's a nice play by Clay Badalek.
It sure was.
That ball, he had a back pedal, and the throw threw off his back foot to second base. Still got the force out on the runner coming down for out number 2. So Howard reaches on the fielder's choice, and the batter is Austin Haller. 2 outs in the inning. Haller has singled and struck out.
Oh, here comes the train, Dick.
Pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Well, been waiting for that rascal. Throw to first, runner back. These Hilltoppers will run in just about any situation, even though they're behind. Doesn't mean they won't try to swipe a base. And the pitch just missed Must have been a little low. 1-1.
I guess. 'Cause that wouldn't look like it had the plate.
Outside, ball 2, 2-1. It's the first pitch that Ollie's thrown that he hasn't been right around the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch is low, ball 3. 3-1. What you don't want to do with a lead is
start walking people.
Issue 3 free tickets, and
yeah,
we've seen that happen before. The pitch. Called ball 4. So that will put runners at first and second with 2 outs and bring up Henry Brown.
I think we're going to see a pinch hitter.
So it's, see who we got coming up here. 13?
Looks like
maybe?
13.
That will be Lazama, who started in the outfield yesterday. Ethan.
Ethan Lazama.
So Lazama in for Brown, who had struck out twice. Plus he's a left-handed batter to face the right-hander. Lazama is from the territory of Guam. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That is a U.S. territory, isn't it, John?
It is indeed. Absolutely.
Came here from Gulf Coast State, which I think is a community college. 1 strike to count. Check swing, the ball into the turf, and Minnick pounces on it. Runner cannot advance, 1-1.
But Lazama is a big kid.
Listed at 6'2", 207. He had a 5-hit game earlier this season against Austin Peay. Strike called, 1-2. Two men on with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Pitch is swung on, hit foul down the left side. That'll be out of play. Count holds at 1-2. Crowd today not as large as last night, but still a decent outing.
It is.
The pitch outside, 2-2.
That was the changeup.
The pitch. Hit to right field. Rogers coming over. He'll make a running catch for out number 3. Moving toward the foul line. Brett Rogers hauls it in, and that's all in the 6th. No runs. A hit, 2 left. So we have completed 6 full innings. Middle Tennessee with 8 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Western Kentucky, 1 run, 5 hits, and they have committed 2 errors. Raiders leading 8-1 as we go to the 7th inning. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 7th inning. Raiders leading in this game by a score of 8-1. Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. You can see the selection online at mtsugear.com or at their Greenland Drive location. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers. Keaton Ray will lead it off in the 7th inning for the Raiders. Keaton 0 for 3. This is a lefty-lefty matchup against the left-hander Lyles. Pitches inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ray, Wolf, and Rogers in the 7th. Pitch low and outside for ball 2. 2-0 to Keaton. He's pushed his average up over 300. He's at 303 coming into the game. Without a hit today, he might drop down under that mark. Ball 3 is outside, 3-0. Expect you to look at this one. Takes it for a strike, 3-1. Lyles with a 3-1 pitch. A little bit high, ball 4. Third walk given up by Lyles since coming in.
What do we need to score? 3 runs this inning?
Now batting shortstop, Matt Wolf.
Here is Matt Wolf. Walked and scored in the 5th. So for 2. The pitch bunts foul down the first base side. Strike 1. Raiders thinking 1 right now.
Yep. Oh, you got a leadoff runner. You want to try and make him pay off like we did back in the 5th inning.
Lyles with the pitch. Showed bunt, but took the pitch, and it was low for ball 1, 1-1. Ray with the leadoff walk, the runner at first, the 1-1 pitch, bunts. Pitcher picks it up, throws to first, and the sacrifice will move Keaton Ray down to second. He is there in scoring position with 1 out. Pitched first for the first out. The batter is Brett Rogers. 0 for 3. Struck out and has twice flied to left field. So 1 on and 1 out. Oh, that one gets by the catcher, and this is going to push Keaton Ray over to third. That'll be a wild pitch. And a ball 1 count to Brett Rogers. Now the infield for the Hilltoppers will come in to try and cut that run off. And the pitch to the plate. Rogers takes it outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Sacrifice bunt. The wild pitch has Keaton Ray at third. 2 balls and no strikes to Rogers. Pitch to the plate. That's low. Ball 3.
Wouldn't mind walking him.
3-0.
Getting Hayden Miller back up there with a couple runners on.
Strike call, 3-1.
That was the old automatic, wasn't it?
Yep.
That one. We've seen better pitches than that called balls.
3 balls and a strike. Swinging a shot to left, a base hit, and a run is in. That was going to roll to the wall. Rogers on his way to second, puts the brakes on there, and the Raiders lead 9-1.
That ball got to the wall, and there's padding on the wall, but there's a space underneath that padding, and that ball got under that padding and took a strange bounce off that wall, but
so Rogers in scoring position at second with a double, and the batter is Hayden Miller.
could have turned into a triple, but better just to play it safe.
Miller, a little pop-up, that's going to be foul.
Good.
Not quite down to the first base bag, and not high enough for the first baseman to get in and catch it. So 1 strike. Hayden Miller had a 2-run homer in the 5th inning.
Got another 2-run homer here.
And the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-1. John, the Hilltoppers, with the infield drawn in, actually that ball probably would have been caught by the shortstop, or
Very possible, yeah.
if they were playing in a normal position. But with the infield in, and it was lined over the shortstop's head into left center. Now 2-1 count to Hayden Miller. And the left-hander with the pitch, fouled off over by the Hilltopper dugout, 2-2. Nine to 1, Raiders leading. We're in the 7th. And the pitch. Well, he swung at ball 3, but it was way outside, but he fouled it off. And the count holds at 2-2.
I thought that one might get a car.
Two pitch. Swung on, hit to center field. That is going to be over the center fielder's head. It's going to roll to the wall. 1 run will score, and Miller pulls into second with a stand-up double.
Wow.
And it is now a 10-1 game.
There for a second, I thought he had a chance of getting back and catching that.
That was hit to straightaway center field.
That's a tough baseball to handle. The one that in center field that comes right at you. And we're going to see a new pitcher.
So Western will likely make a pitching change here.
Oh, he's already called for him.
Have they signaled?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break as the new pitcher will be coming in, and we'll be back with more Blue Raider baseball. Raiders leading here 10-1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We've got another left-hander coming in for Western Kentucky. This is a tall left-hander, Lucas Litterall. He is 6'5", 178, junior from Paintsville, Kentucky.
And he is making his 11th appearance, all but one of them in relief. He's thrown 15 innings, given up 14 runs, all earned on 20 hits, 14 walks, 19 strikeouts, an 8.40 ERA, no decisions, 2 saves. His opponent's hitting .323 against him, and of those 20 hits, 8 of them for extra bases.
He comes in here with 2 runs in and 1 out, a runner at second base, and will face Cooper Clapp, a left-handed batter who has 2 singles today. John, you don't want to lose him for the second time.
Especially since I've actually got numbers, and I'm about to have to talk to him.
We're going to have
at the bottom.
John will run down the Conference USA scores after this half inning, so as long as if the wind doesn't blow them out of the press box first.
Need another run here.
Here's Litterall with the pitch inside, almost hit him, ball 1. Cooper's had enough of being hit by a pitch. Swung on and hit foul out of play, 1-1. Eston Snyder waiting to hit next. Runner at second base with 1 out. 2 runs have scored here, and the Raiders leading 10-1. Breaking ball misses low, ball 2, 2-1. Ball 3 is outside. This guy's all arms and legs. 6'5". 3-1 pitch. Swung on, popped into shallow left field. That's the center fielder, Weidman, will come and take it for out number 2. So 2 outs, and Eston Snyder will come to the plate. Eston today has a hit and 4 trips. He scored 2 runs. Pitch, strike called, caught the outside corner, 0-1. Very quiet crowd here at Bowling Green. Pitch goes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Snyder.
Oh, this crowd's not used to being in this position this late in the ball game.
And the 1-1 pitch, taken high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Clay Badalak waiting in the on-deck circle. Check swing. That one's in there for a strike, 2-2. Snyder knew it immediately as he's thinking, now I should have swung at that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, pulled foul down the left field line. Count holds at 2-2. Litterall, the third pitcher used by the Hilltoppers today.
We missed a pitcher.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That is all in the 7th. But the Raiders come up with 2 runs on 2 hits and leave 1 runner. It is 7th inning stretch time at the ballpark, with Middle Tennessee leading Western Kentucky 10-1. We'll be back to check conference scores after this on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Raiders leading 10-1. What else is going on around the league?
Well, here's what's going on. We've got our first final down in Dallas. Dallas Baptist 18, Sam Houston 4. That's a final 10-run rule, a 7-inning game. Top of 2 down in Georgia, FIU and Kennesaw State tied 1-1. In Ruston, Louisiana, Liberty on top of Louisiana Tech 2-0. They're in the top of the 6th. And down in Murfreesboro, Jacksonville State on top of the Lady Raiders 8-2. They're in the top of the 5th.
This is Cameron Ross. He's batting for Westbrook, leading off the 7th inning. Ollie Akins working in his 2nd inning.
Jacksonville State and at New Mexico State, they are going to be playing at 7 o'clock.
Swinging a foul over to the right side. Miller over there, but that one's out of play. And it's 1-1.
Dick, we missed a pitcher. We missed, not one of ours, of course, but Zach Lyles left after that 5th inning when he gave up the 2 runs. Dominic Monaco pitched the 6th, and he was the one that was relieved in the 7th after giving up a couple runs.
Pitch is high, ball 2.
So Lyles went an inning and a third, gave up 2 runs, both earned on 1 hit, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Monaco an inning and a third, 2 runs, both earned on 1 hit, 1 walk, 1
they
strikeout.
were the spitting image of each other.
Yes, indeed. I never picked it up.
There's ball 3 outside on an appeal, 3-1 to Cameron Ross. He was the starting catcher last night and was 0 for 3 in the game, or 0 for 4 in the game. The pitch. Strike called, inside corner, 3-2. Akins with the 3-2 pitch, and just low, ball 4. Second walk allowed by Ollie.
Lazama stayed in the game and is playing right field now.
Next up for the Hilltoppers, left fielder.
Ciervo went from right field to left field, and Vasquez went from left field to third base. That was last inning. We didn't.
Yep. It's the old wheel play.
Yeah.
Ross will come in to catch in the next inning, I'm sure. The batter is
I would think
Ciervo. Runner at first, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Raiders leading 10-1. Pitch is a strike call, 0-1.
Isn't that something? We've managed to let the leadoff batter in all 7 innings.
Wow, that is, yeah, that's not really a recipe for success, is it?
No.
And the pitch. Called a ball, 1-1.
Nothing going on in the Raider bullpen at the moment.
Throw to first, runner back. Raiders had a chance to set up a possible run rule game in the 7th inning if it left the runner at second base.
My fingers were crossed, Dick.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is low for ball 2, 2-1. You just cannot afford to walk people in this situation.
No.
Two and 1 to Ciervo. Ground ball past Matt Wolf in the left field. The base hit. It was hit sharply. I think he got the tip of his glove on it, I think. So runners will be at first and second with no outs. And the batter will be Vasquez. He's flat out twice and hit into a double play.
Next up, third baseman number 25, Carlos Vasquez.
He is now the third baseman.
Hit into a double play his last at bat. Could handle that again.
Akins with the pitch. Ground ball to short. Wolf to second. Out there. Throw to first. Double play. Well, that's right on the money, John.
Every once in a while, it's what is it, the blind hog or?
Yeah, 6-4-3, the second double play that Vasquez has bounced into. Over to third goes Ross. He's there with 2 outs now. And the batter is Weidman. Takes the pitch low for ball 1. Pitcher's best friend, the old double play ball. 2 outs, runner at third. And the pitch. Weidman looks at it for ball 2, 2-0. Strike called, 2-1. Akins found the outside corner on that pitch.
He didn't miss it by much on the pitch before.
There's a bouncing foul, 2-2.
Somebody out of the western dugout makes a one-handed grab of that baseball.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Weidman. Swinging a foul out of play. Across University Avenue over into the parking lot where we parked.
I have a feeling it won't be there when we...
After the game, John, you can go over there and look for a foul ball.
Last Saturday when my grandson was there at Reese Smith Field with us, at one point he had 2 of them.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Wolf will charge, throw to first, and got him. That is out number 3. In the 7th, no runs, a hit, and 1 man left. We have completed 7 full innings. Middle Tennessee 10, Western Kentucky 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Well, just as we were wrapping up the inning, Western Kentucky decided to appeal the call at first, so they are reviewing that. This will give us time to go into our baseball history section. And I did find something about the Cardinals, John. In 1950, the first opening night game was held in St. Louis.
Okay.
The Cardinals, behind a complete game by Jerry Staley and home runs from Red Schoendienst and Stan Musial, beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-2. First opening night game.
I don't think they've played many opening night games since then.
And I did find something about the Braves. In 1982, the Atlanta Braves defeated Houston on the road 6-5 to set a National League record as they won their 11th straight game to start the season.
Wow.
That was in 1982.
Oh, let's see. 1982 is that not the year that they won the National League West? Cardinals won the National League East. And the Cardinals, I think, played in the World Series, did they not?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, that is true. The Cardinals did play in the World Series in 82.
I don't remember who played in the World Series last year.
Well,
in 1945, in his Major League debut, one-armed outfielder Pete Gray.
That's right.
Got 1 hit in 4 at-bats in the St. Louis Browns' 7-1 win over the Detroit Tigers.
That's
and
right.
You know a little bit about Pete Gray, don't you?
Pete Gray had played 2 years during that was, of course, during the war. And let's see, we're going to get he's out.
So the call is upheld. All's right in the world.
Yeah.
And now we have a little more time between innings, John, because we've already taken our break.
That's
so
right.
Go ahead and talk about Pete Gray.
Yeah, Pete Gray had he had lost his arm in an accident when he was 6 years old, and so during the war years, they were for an example, that's when Cincinnati signed 15-year-old Joe Nuxall. They were looking for players anywhere they could find them. A lot of the minor leagues just shut down for the duration. But Pete Gray ended up spending 2 years with the Memphis Chicks in the Southern Association and played well enough that in 1945 the Browns picked him up and He played in the big leagues.
That's just amazing for a guy with one arm to face pitchers of major league caliber and be able to hit the ball.
Well,
much less get a base hit.
Yeah, and of course you could argue that some of those pitchers that were pitching in 1944 and 45 weren't necessarily major league caliber, but I mean, just anybody being able to do that is just.
In 1946, on this day, Jackie Robinson debuted as second baseman for the Montreal Royals in the International League. Became the first recognized black player to play an organized ball this century. All he did was hit a home run and 3 singles.
Yeah, it pretty much took care of the critics.
And he won the International League batting championship that year at 349, yet he was not on the opening day roster the next year for the Dodgers. They waited a few weeks to bring him up.
That's right. Wanted to make sure that they could open it, have his first games at home at Ebbets Field. And the interesting thing, as you pointed, that's inside for a ball to Clay Badalak facing Lucas Literal. He was not a second baseman when he came up with the Dodgers. They already had a second baseman, and so they moved Jackie Robinson to first base.
Right. 2 balls, no strikes now in Badalak, and this picks Mitch's ball 3. Looked like a pretty good pitch. 3-0 the count.
Who was their second baseman? Was Eddie Stanky the second baseman? I think he might have been.
And there is ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. Clay Badalak leads off the 8th inning. And Brett Von Dolen will bat. First walk given up by Literal. This is the same pitcher, isn't it, John?
This is the same pitcher. Yes, this is number 11. I don't know how we missed that pitcher, but we did.
He was a twin to the one that was out there.
It seemed that way, didn't it?
And on these left-handers, it's hard to read their numbers.
Yeah.
That's why I had so much trouble last night. The pitch to Von Dolen outside for ball 1.
Well, the only reason I picked it up was that I was checking the stat machine for those other scores.
Oh, that was ball 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But this is still Literal.
That's ball 3. So he hasn't thrown a strike this inning.
No, and they have a right-hander throwing in their bullpen now.
Raiders leading 10-1. We're in the top of the 8th. There's his first strike of the inning. It's 3-1. Tyler Minnick waiting to hit next. Called a strike. That pitch was flowing inside. It's called a strike.
Yeah.
3-2. Popped up. That's foul. That'll be out of play. Ross has moved behind the plate as the catcher, replacing Westbrook, as we predicted. So a full count to Von Dolen, 3-2. 2 doubles today for Brett. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The runner's going, and the throw to second is in time. That's a double play. Badalak moving on the pitch, thrown out by Ross. So a strikeout for out number 1, and out at second base trying to steal.
Now batting section number 29, Tyler Minnick.
That's a double play. And with 2 outs, the batter is Tyler Minnick. Takes the first pitch for ball one.
Oh!
Litterall's next pitch is very much outside, ball two. 2-0.
That ball just slipped out of his hand.
So he goes for some rosin.
Yeah, wow.
And the pitch. Inside, ball three. He hasn't thrown but 2 strikes this inning, yet he's got 2 outs. Strike one called, 3-1. Popped up. That's going to be playable. Catcher Ross wins playing, and he dropped it. That same thing happened with him last night, although I thought the play last night was a little more difficult than this.
Yeah, that wind played havoc with him. I thought the first baseman looked to me like had a better angle on it.
Yeah, he did. He should have called him off.
Well, that's giving us a little bit more life here. Let's do something with it.
So 3-2 count now. And they called him out on an inside pitch.
He still hasn't thrown that many strikes, has he? Even with 2 strikeouts.
I think the home plate umpire may have dinner reservations at Rafferty's after the game. So that is all in the 8th. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Raiders 10, Western Kentucky 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Raiders leading 10-1. It'll be Hayes, first baseman, Marsala, and Howard, 4, 5, 6 hitters to face Ollie Akins here in the 8th. Ollie's gone 2 innings, allowed no runs on 2 hits. Same 2 teams tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air with our pregame show at 12:45. Here's Hayes, who has singled twice and grounded out. 2 for 3 today. Big right-hand hitting first baseman. Aiken's first pitch to him is popped up. That's going to be foul and out of play. Strike one. Hayes is a native of West Chicago, Illinois. Transfer from Kirkwood Community College in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And the pitch. Swung on, hit to left. That might not stay in the park. And that is going to be into the Western bullpen for a home run. So Hayes leads off the 8th with a solo homer into the Western bullpen. Might have been aided a little bit by that wind, John, blowing out that way, but that ball was well struck.
Well, it was even had the wind been blowing straight in, I don't think it would have made a difference.
So it's now 10-2. The batter is Marcella.
That's home run number 5 on the season for Hayes.
He hit one last night also, as did Marcella. The pitch. That one's hit high in the air, but that's going to be a foul ball out of play. 1 strike to count. So that is the 3rd hit off Akins and the 1st run.
And that's they have had the leadoff hitter reach in all 8 innings now.
The pitch. That one's hit in the air into center field. Snyder coming in, makes a running catch for out number 1.
I think he had a little trouble picking that up off the bat, but recovered and put it in his pocket.
1 out. This is Reed Howard, has a single in 3 trips. Freshman shortstop. He's a good-looking young ball player. Played for his dad in high school for 4 years. Swinging a foul out of play, strike 1. Chandler Alderman, who was our guest on the pregame show today, will be the Raiders' starting pitcher tomorrow.
What do we got, a 1 o'clock start?
Yep. And we're expecting Drew Whalen to start for the Hilltoppers. There's a strike called, 0-2. And the pitch. Oh, just missed outside, 1-2. One out in the 8th inning. A run is scored on a solo home run by Hayes. It's 10-2. Strike called. Goodbye. Reed Howard called out on strikes. That is out number 2. Solly's first strikeout. The batter is Haller. He is singled, walked, and struck out.
Ethan and Bimbo in the Raider bullpen. I think that's Cole Torbett also. I think either one of them is ready to go as needed. You'd like to get Ollie through this inning.
Pitch is ball 1. And Bimbo's name reminds me of the Western Kentucky pitcher, Jacob Bimby, who was drafted in the 11th round by the Pittsburgh Pirates after last season. And I think he might be in the big leagues. I'm not sure. Seems like I've seen a player with that name.
Well, that's not your average run-the-mill.
And they also lost Mason Burns to the draft in the 14th round, drafted by the Cardinals. Which is outside, 2-1. So 2 of their pitchers from last year taken in the Major League draft. But they haven't lost a beat, have they, as far as their pitching is concerned?
In fact, it looks like they've gotten better. I think today is kind of a
ground ball to first. Miller's got it and touches the bag for out number 3. That's all in the 8th.
He kind of teased him a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah. 1 run, 1 hit on the home run. Nobody left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Middle Tennessee 10, Western Kentucky 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the ninth inning. The Raiders leading 10-2. We'll have Keaton Ray to lead it off against the left-hander Litterall. Lucas Litterall be pitching in his third inning.
He came on in the seventh after the Raiders had scored twice and had a runner at second base with just one out.
Make sure that is the same pitcher, John. Looks like him.
It is.
Number 11.
That
Yep.
is.
We've already missed one today.
That's amazing. And here comes the heat. The heat's just cycled back on underneath our desk.
Number 6, Keaton Ray.
Keaton Ray has been on base twice, scored once. You have to get his first hit. The pitch pop foul out of play, strike one. Litterall comes back with a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Swung on, a little tap foul down the first base line. Count will hold at 2 strikes. The Raiders make their annual trip to Vanderbilt on Tuesday. That's a 6 o'clock game. And then we'll hit the road to Las Cruces, New Mexico on Thursday for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend series.
Oh, I hope we actually make it to Vanderbilt. You remember last year we were on our way, and in fact you and I were already in Nashville, and they called it off.
Strike 3 swinging.
That was a pretty weak swing.
That's one out in the ninth, and the batter is Matt Wolf. Looking for his first hit today.
There is no rain in the forecast for Tuesday, so maybe they'll be forced to play us.
I didn't even recall that, John.
We were actually on the 440 right before Nolensville Road when we got the word. Unfortunately, we got it right before Nolensville Road, so we could get off the interstate and turn around and go home.
0-2 is high to Wolf, 2-0.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Okay.
There's a ball hit in the air to right center. It's a long run, but Weidman's going to get there and make the catch fairly deep right center for out number 2. 2 down. And the batter is Brett Rogers. Drove in a run with a double against a drawn-in infield, hit a line shot that cleared the infield and rolled all the way to the wall in left center field. Takes the pitch inside for ball 1. So Brett 1 out of 4 today. That's a ground ball to the left side back. Well, they tried to backhand it. That
Got
was a
under
shortstop,
his glove.
but it got past him. I think they'll rule a hit on that. We'll see.
I hope so. They give him an error.
Error on the shortstop?
Yeah.
No, that's a pretty tough error. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Miller.
He's had a pretty decent day today.
I'd say home run, double, single.
How about a triple? When was the last time we had somebody hit for the cycle? It's like ever.
That's ball 1 outside. Oh, I'm sure we have. Swinging a foul back.
And this kind of ballpark, you could actually have a triple.
Well, Western's hit 13 of them this year. I expect most of them have come right here. This ballpark has always seemed to be played very, very big, although the dimension's about the same as ours at home. 1 ball, 1 strike, swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2.
I'm looking at the last time list, and I don't see the cycle on there.
And the pitch. High, ball 2, 2-2.
You'd think that'd be a stat that they'd want to pay attention to.
2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Full count, so Rogers will get a head start with the count 3-2. There he goes, and there goes the ball, hit deep to left field.
Foul.
And
Whoa.
He almost got a second home run.
Yep.
That ball clear the fence down there?
It did.
Right down the line in left field. So Rogers returns to first.
I don't know whether I think that probably is going to be foul regardless of what the wind was doing. Might just have been a little bit more foul.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That is all in the 9th. No runs. No hits, 1 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Raiders 10, Western Kentucky 2. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And for the Hilltoppers, it will be Lozama to lead it off. Lozama pinch hit for Brown in the 6th inning and flied out. So he's 0 for 1. Left-handed hitter facing the right-hander, Ollie Akins. Swing and a bouncing ball. Miller tries to keep it fair and does, and steps on the bag for out number 1.
Well,
One pitch, 1 out.
He actually kind of stumbled on the bag And
he was trying to keep that ball from going foul.
well, he did a great job of that, and just kind of laid his glove on the bag. So
one pitch, one out in the ninth. The batter is Ross.
3 unassisted.
He walked in the seventh, pinch hitting for Westbrook.
That's the first inning we all afternoon that we've got the leadoff hitter.
Pitch is high for ball one. Pitch is high, ball 2-0 to Cameron Ross. One out in the ninth. And the pitch. Swung on, hit foul down the left field line.
That is just about where that one Hayden Miller hit in the top of this inning.
2-1.
That was more of a line drive. Hayden's was a definite fly ball.
Two balls and a strike to Ross. Pitch is low for ball 3. 3-1. And ball 4 walked him. Third walk given up by Akins.
Ollie walked him back in the 7th inning.
The batter is Ciervo. Now this guy, John, has been on base 4 times. Has been hit by a pitch twice, has walked, and has singled. Pitch to the plate. Over but low, ball 1.
Well, his last 2 at-bats, he has been erased at second base. Jerry Myers wants to come out.
One ball, no strikes to count.
He's got relief help out in the bullpen, and Bimbo ready to go. I think Cole Torbett is ready to go.
I think Coach would like for Ollie to finish this game.
I think so. And I
so
think
we wouldn't have to use another pitcher today.
That's and I think he was just saying, all right, calm down.
Make them hit their way on, huh?
That's right. You know what? Looked to me like in that last at-bat with Ross, he might have been overthrowing a little bit. Certainly was on that first pitch here to Ciervo.
Short lead at first by the runner, and the pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-0.
You know where Chesterfield, Missouri is?
Where what is?
That's where Ciervo's from.
Oh.
That's out in West County. Out highways, is that 40 and 60? Well, anyway, it's in is one of the suburbs of St. Louis. I bet you he might even be a Cardinal fan.
There's a strike call, 2-1. One on, one out, bottom of the ninth. Raiders leading 10-2. Akins with the pitch. Ball outside, 3-1.
Whoa.
Foul past third. Going to carry him out into left field. And that will fill it up, 3-2.
Somebody out of the bullpen to pick that baseball up. Keaton Ray says, that's not my job to go get hard hit foul balls.
Ball count 3-2 to Siervo.
You start the runner here?
No. The pitch. Hit in the air. Snyder coming over. Keaton Ray in left field will come in and make the catch for out number 2. Two outs, and the batter is Vasquez.
Well, we finally kept Siervo off the bases.
Yeah, and Vasquez will not hit into a double play this at bat.
No.
He's hit into 2 6-4-3 double plays. But be ready, Matt Wolf. Might be coming your way.
Who needs to be ready is Brett Rogers. He went to right field twice.
Ball 1. Ollie's pitch, fouled out of play to the right. It's 1-1.
Tony Kessinger checking in with us. It's about time, don't you think? We're in the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th inning.
You know, I haven't checked my text messages since the game started. I should be doing that.
We're glad to hear from you, Tony, as always.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Hit into left center. That's going to find a hole out there.
It's off the wall.
1 bounce off the wall. Snyder will bring it in. The throw is coming to the plate, and
too late. And it's a bad throw, but Ollie backing it up.
So that will make it a 10-3 game. That's a run-scoring double for Vasquez.
Now batting center fielder, number 33, Ryan Whiteman.
It's hit number 4, run number 2 off Akins. And the batter is Weidman. 0 for 4 today, and hate to say this, but he's due. He's hitting over 400 this year. Akins with the pitch. Soft strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, 73 miles an hour.
0-1. Runner leads at second. Pitch is low for ball 1. 1-1. Hayes, who hit that home run in the 8th inning, is scheduled to hit next. I'd like to not have him come up here in the 9th.
I'm with you on that.
Fly ball center field. Snyder moving over a few steps in the right center, hauls it in, and that's out number 3. That's that 27th one we've been looking for, John.
Oh, boy. Isn't that the truth?
1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. And your final score today is Middle Tennessee 10, Western Kentucky 3. Raiders improved to 18-21, 4-10 in conference play. Western now 32-7, 10-4 in conference play. Stay with us. John's going to be down on the field with some words from Coach Jerry Meyer and our postgame show coming your way next. We'll pause 2 minutes now, 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
And welcome back as the Raiders win by a score of 10-3 over the Hilltoppers here. And as a side note, it is the first game Western Kentucky has lost at home this season. Their home record is now 23-1. And it's only the third game the Raiders have won away from home. Their record on the road is now 3-10. That's just a little side note. Final line score for Middle Tennessee, 10 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, and they leave 7. Western Kentucky, 3 runs, 8 hits. They commit 3 errors, and they leave 9. The winning pitcher will be Drew Horn. His record 3-1. He went 5 innings, 98 pitches, and gave up no earned runs, 1 unearned run on 4 hits, and the starter, Dawson Hall, takes the loss for Western Kentucky. Raiders got him out after 3 2/3 innings. Coach Myers down on the field with our John Caller. We're going to send it down to you, John.
Down on the field here with Jerry Myers. I see a smile on your face.
Barely. We're not done, so we're just I feel good about that one. Did some really good things today, and we're able to get some separation and had some really good at-bats early against their starter that allowed us to get a little bit of a gap between what they were able to do. Drew was pretty good on the mound. Didn't feel great throughout, but give us 5 solid, and Ollie took care of the baseball at the end. So played really good defense, turned a couple really nice double plays. But like I told our guys, we didn't have to do that to validate anything. We just know when we do what we're supposed to in all 3 phases, we got a chance to have a good outcome, and today it was.
You took down the league leader today.
Yeah, I mean, we're just playing. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what their record is, what their stats are. We're just trying to do the best job we can, and they happen to, be at the top or undefeated at home or whatever it was. Plays into it 0%. So
what does it mean that you only have to use 2 out of on the mound today?
That was helpful. We had 2 other guys getting hot down there, and Ollie giving us 4 right there, and Horn getting us through 5, which was pitch count-wise just a little bit borderline, but that's helpful to do that, and they didn't use any of their main guys there towards the end once we had separation, so they'll have a fully loaded bullpen, I guess, going into tomorrow as well.
All right, and Chandler goes tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll go Alderman tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get some guys that contribute, even that have already thrown in this series, like a Birch and Torbic should be able to bounce back. Other 2 guys, pitch count-wise, maybe not, but got some other guys we haven't thrown yet, and got to step up and throw strikes.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Back to you, Dick.
All right, thank you, John. Thanks, Coach Myers, and congratulations to the Blue Raiders. Now, Coach Myers sort of underplayed that it was Western's first home loss, but I think that's big. They had won 23 straight here without a loss, and the Raiders pinned it on them today by a score of 10-3. So we've run down the totals for you. Hitting-wise for the Raiders, 12 hits today, 3 hits for Hayden Miller. He was a triple shy of the cycle, had a single, double, and home run. A 2-run homer came in the 5th inning. And so that was his 8th home run of the year. He also drove in 3 runs. 2 hits for Cooper Clapp today. Good to see his bat coming around. Clay Badalak had 2 hits, drove in 2 runs, as did Brett Von Dolen with a pair of doubles, 2 RBIs. Tyler Minnick and Eston Snyder, and Brett Rogers had the other 3 hits for the Blue Raiders. Drew Horn goes 5 innings and picks up the win. He is now 3-1. He gives up 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He threw 98 pitches in the 5 innings. Ollie Aikens goes 4 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, walks 3, strikes out 1, and he wrapped it up for the Raiders, and he will pick up a save for that. So that's going to wrap it up here for us. Middle Tennessee 10, Western Kentucky 3. Our thanks to John Callow, our studio producer, Jackson Smith, and until tomorrow afternoon at 12:45 for our pregame show, 1 o'clock game time for the 3rd game and actually the rubber game in this series. Dick Plummer saying thank you so much for listening. Good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here